¿Qué onda, mi gente? Today we're going to talk about my favorite Latin American countries, and here at the end I'm going to go in more on depth on the reasons why I chose my top. Of the Latin American countries, I've visited 10 of them in North and South America. Now, at the bottom of this list, starting at number 10, I've got Guatemala. Number 9 is Nicaragua. Nicaragua will probably rank a little bit higher, but I've only been there for a week at a time. And it was on like church mission trips, so I haven't been able to explore the country as much as I have some of these others, and so I don't have as much opinion on it. After this, I would put in number 8 Colombia. A lot of people love Colombia, just wasn't really my vibe. It is a very beautiful country, very super friendly people, really good food, just not my vibe. After that, Costa Rica, amazing, but it is rather like Americanized, I noticed. A lot of Americans and Canadians all over the place. Rather expensive country. And I just think you can see everything and do everything that you would in Costa Rica, in Panama, or in Nicaragua, El Salvador, which is gonna be a lot cheaper. After Costa Rica, going with Argentina at number 6. Argentina, cool country. Went there in December. I went to Mendoza. I went to the Siete Lagos area. I went to Neuquén. Really cool. Definitely gonna go back. I just have other countries I like better. Has some really amazing food, really friendly people. You gotta love mine. After this, number 5, Brazil. I know, kind of cheating. It's not technically like a Spanish-speaking country, but it is part of Latin America. It is a really cool country. I really enjoyed my time there, and I very much look forward to going back. And at number 4, just outside of the top 3, is the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic, I have been to 3 times. I went 2 years in a row on week-long mission trips. That was like my first experience outside of the US. The Dominican to me holds like a very special place. It's also the first solo trip I took was to the Dominican. I went during my first year of college by myself to go travel around and just get outside of the country. And I was there for 2 weeks. Beautiful place, amazing people, beautiful. Can't recommend the Dominican Republic enough. It's not exactly unknown, but it is a really cool country, and I highly recommend you check it out. Especially the northern coast, I think is the best part. After this, number 3, we have the country of Chile. So everybody talks crap on the Chilean Spanish. They say it's really hard to understand. It is kind of hard to understand. You just have to go into it knowing what to expect, which if you haven't, you can go check that out on my Instagram and on my TikTok. I go into a bunch of slang expressions and how to understand the Chilean. The big thing with Chileans is understanding that the ending, that S, is going to become an I, right? It's not como estás, it's como estai. ¿Qué vas a comer? It's ¿qué vaya a comer? Not ¿qué comes? What do you eat? As long as you're paying attention to it, you're gonna be okay. So Chile, I really enjoyed Santiago. I thought it was a beautiful little smoggy city. I like the fact that they have the parks. And I loved the fact that it's just surrounded by mountains. The whole country is just mountains, essentially. I didn't go to the north. I didn't go to Arica or Antofagasta or Atacama, none of that. I just went to the south. Right? And the south is utterly beautiful. It's really freaking cold. Even in the summer, it's really cold. Right? But being up in the mountains, being able to go jump in the lakes, it's all green and beautiful. There's forests, you can go do hikes, jump in frozen lakes, a lot of fun. I really want to go back and take some horses and go riding across Patagonia, go to Torres del Paine and all the national parks. And really, number 2 for me on my list of favorite Latin American countries is Peru. I went to Peru maybe 2 years ago, and I was there for like a month, something like that. During this time, I went to Lima, I went to Cusco, I went to like the Huacachina. I went to Chicama. Well, was the other big spot I went to. Lima, incredible city. The food is delicious. The cliffs overlooking from Miraflores, like the surf spots and things, is absolutely gorgeous, whether you're above or below. It's a pretty modern city, very calm. Seemed pretty safe other than around the airport. I really liked. You have tons of surf, which is also amazing. You can go to Cusco. Cusco is a really cool town. Has tons of hikes and things you can go do in nature, whether that's going to Machu Picchu, you can go to the mountain of Siete Colores, you can go to Laguna Humantay. There's so many things you can do with Cusco as your base city, up in the mountains. You can explore some Incan culture, learn some Quechua, choose some coca leaves, right? Have fun. And then of course, there's tons of surf. Chicama is like the longest left. You have Lobitos up in the north, near Piura. You have as well Mancora, which is a popular town up near, basically in Ecuador, not quite, but really close to the border. And then of course, number 1, my favorite country in Latin America is Mexico. This is the country I've chosen to live in. It has so much culture and festivities. It's a culture that's really maybe not similar, but we're really well exposed to it in the US and Canada, so it doesn't feel as strange as some of these other places. The Spanish is pretty easy to understand, pretty easy to pick up, and then you just have so much variety. You can go live on the beach, you can live north, south. There's very few areas you can't be in. There's a couple due to like cartel stuff that you shouldn't hang out in as much, but as long as you're in a city, even in those places, you're usually pretty okay. Like Morelia is the one that comes to mind. Like Michoacan, kind of a dangerous state. The city of Morelia, some of the tourist towns, okay, you're gonna be fine. Do you guys agree, disagree with this ranking? Go ahead and leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, click that subscribe button, like the video, leave your practice problems down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you with some feedback. I have a group class coming up. We are starting September 24th. The class will be Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:15 p.m. Mexico City Standard Time, which is US Mountain Time currently, just for reference. So the class will be at 9:15 Eastern Time or 6:15 Pacific. If you're interested in that, comment down below class and leave your email, and I will reach out to you, or send me an email at this number, or you can reach out to WhatsApp as well.